So everybody, welcome to our. This is we're gonna take a page out of Joe Budden's book and name this podcast later because we don't have a name for it.
Not yet.
Yeah, not yet. So this is our first episode, so bear with us. We're gonna discuss all things Carolina Panthers, and so we just want to take the first episode to kind of get ahead of the draft and take a look at the free agency moves that happen in free agency, and then kind of see how that set us up for the draft. So we're just gonna go through. So my name is Rashad, and my co-host is
I'm David.
Yep. So we're gonna, we've been long time Carolina Panthers fans, and we just kind of wanted to take this to another level. And we kind of debate all the time anyway, so we might as well just go ahead and record it and see what we can get out of it. So
with Steve, this was funny because Steve would talk trash, and I talk trash to Steve, but I can't be like, oh, I did you up, because ain't nobody locking Steve up like that. You know what I'm saying? Only a selected few that had his number. You know what I'm saying? And I wasn't one of them. So when he started talking hard, and I couldn't go say, okay, cool, I'm gonna go lock you up. I just say, let's just fight. I don't want to talk no more. Let's scrap right now. I'll win that battle. One-on-ones, I know I ain't gonna win, so let's just fight right here.
You got the hands, dog.
Yeah, hey, let's just scrap, dog, because I can't talk with you. You too good.
Yeah, that is funny. That's funny. Hey, that's what's up, man.
We'd be cool. I had to resort to that because you couldn't say nothing to Steve. Steve's pretty. That dude was real, man.
That's funny.
So Chris, you remember when we signed C.J. Henderson last year?
Yes, sir.
And you remember we threw him out there against I think Dallas?
Yes, sir.
We just signed him that same week. Why can't we do the same thing for Chanel? I agree with you.
Right.
I feel like you draw him up a couple of plays. He doesn't have to know the entire playbook. Right. Give him some special plays that give him the ball out the backfield. He can run the football like a running back. I want to see that. He's built like DJ Moore. Yeah. Give him some special plays just like DJ Moore. I feel like he's a great player, and I feel like you need to utilize him.
Okay. And then the other one.
Finally.
We got one, baby.
I just want to hear Sweet Carolina real quick. When they gonna play Sweet? We ain't heard that in the whole year.
It's been about a year.
We ain't heard it in a year.
It's been a year since we heard it.
Let's go. We that.
Y'all the motherfuckers that be talking on YouTube talking shit.
Me? Who?
Not me.
No, bro.
Hey!
You my guy.
Hey!
We be hyping you up.
One more, DJ?
Yeah. I don't worry about it. What nobody's saying.
We got you.
Under the radar.
Don't worry about
We got
it.
you.
We trying to get that press for you, man. They need to know what you about, man. We know you be chilling. That's why we doing the work for you.
That is crazy, bro. Hey, DJ.
I heard one more fantasy football without some money.
You guys do a heck of a job. You guys, man, y'all the vinegar of the podcast, because the vinegar and water separates itself, bro.
Right.
And it is apparent that you guys have passion, but also want good Panther conversation and dialogue. And that's what the long haul is always. That's what makes you guys sustainable. Because you guys got substance.
We appreciate that, Steve. That means that you have no idea how much that means. We appreciate
But
that.
that also means you gotta bring your notes and P's and Q's that, hey,
Facts.
you can't be all up in your towel in the locker room jaw jacking around, playboy. You gotta come to work.
Yo, what's cracking? What's cracking with the people? Dave, what's good with you, man? Can't hear you. You muted. Dave is muted. We'll hear. Oh, go ahead.
I'm good. What's up?
What's good, y'all? What's popping with the people, man? Coming off of a L against the Baltimore Ravens. Tough, hard-fought battle game. Couldn't get much on offense going, but we back, Dave. And listen, man, today is a day that we gotta address a question. I got a question that we must answer, and that is, are we overrating some of our star players? And we're gonna dive into it. We're gonna dive into it a little bit, and pull up the numbers and the facts and the data. And I think a lot of y'all, and don't shoot the messenger, please. Do not shoot the messenger. It is what it is. And we're gonna answer that a little bit later. I got the data, I got the facts. I was gonna do a whole separate video on this, but I saw a lot of things flying on the Twitterverse. So I was like, yo, let's go ahead and address it right now. And we're gonna address it after this game. So I'm gonna reverse the typical order of this, where we address the hot topic first. We're going to go through the game, get the game out the way, and then we'll address the hot topic later, because Steve Wilkes is also a reason why we're going to address that point as well, because he G-checked a couple of homies on the squad. And so we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that. Just wait a little bit longer. But we'll get into that a little bit later. But go ahead, Dave.
I knew, because I said, yo, I got to watch the presser this time, because Wilkes seems like the type of guy. I didn't realize. I think maybe Miles told us, but he probably didn't. But I didn't realize he's one of the bros, man. I didn't realize he threw them hooks up. I didn't realize.
Yeah,
that says a lot.
Definitely Omega Psi Phi.
I didn't realize he was a Q.
Shout out to Miles Hartsfield, also a member of Omega Psi Phi.
Yep. So with that in mind, I'm not shocked by how he said what he said during the presser, because he's about accountability, and I can't knock that. If my audio is low, I can fix that, guys. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, you are a little low, but it's fine for me. But you're a little low.
I can fix that in 1 second. Give me 1 second.
But yeah, again, we're gonna talk about the G check from Steve Wilkes, and I think it's a great approach. I love it. I love keeping these players accountable. Yeah,
that's probably better, right?
Yeah, much better.
There we go.
Yeah, I love keeping these players accountable. And Steve Wilkes did that. Again, we're gonna talk about that a little bit later. But Dave, before we get into that, man, how was the weekend? Other than the game, outside of the game, how was the weekend?
I mean, all my teams lost this weekend, bro. A&T lost.
Yeah, A&T.
But other than that, man, it was a pretty cool. Yeah, it was a tough game. That was a rough game to watch, bro. Other than that, man, it was a pretty good weekend. I mean, I can't complain too much. I mean, it's Thanksgiving week now. You know, I got a short week this week. I might actually go work on Friday. We'll see. But at least I got Thursday off, so I can't complain. What about you?
Yeah, man, good weekend for me. I just chilled, bro. Didn't do too much. The kids had some stuff going on. We had a service project, giving away some turkeys, some well, they weren't turkeys, actually they were chicken. Some chicken dinners with some Thanksgiving meals. So this is a community service that felt good. Pretty much that was it, man. Just chilling, bro. Just nothing too much. Put up some Christmas lights. Dave, I'm one of those. I'm one of those folks.
Oh, you one of them?
Bro, Christmas tree up. I just put the final touches on today on my outside lights. I'm one of those guys, bro.
If I told you that I still got Halloween stuff outside my house, would you believe me? I still got the Halloween trick or treat action going on my stairs right now.
Dave,
I'm gonna pull that up. By the end of the weekend, we'll have the tree up, because the tree's chilling right here. I'm looking at my tree right there. We'll put the tree up.
You ain't tripping about the tree. You tripping about the Halloween stuff, bro. You're bugging.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I'm one of those. Hey, listen. As soon as Halloween was over, our tree went up immediately. Our tree went up, bro.
Oh, nah.
Yo, you gotta let that. You gotta let it simmer a little bit, Dave.
And it's cold, and it's cold now, bro. Like the highs now are in the 30s.
That's why you got to get out. See, that's my reasoning. Right, I hate being out in the cold weather, so I was like, "Yo, it was warm." Like right after Halloween, I was like, "Yo, it's warm. I'm about to go ahead and start putting stuff up." So that's my reason behind putting all my stuff up.
because I don't like being in the cold. I don't like being in the cold, dog.
Man, y'all don't know what cold is in North Carolina, man.
Nah, you're right. I prefer not to.
You
I
don't.
continue
You
to
don't.
don't
Yeah,
want to know.
like
I have no idea.
I had folks on Facebook when I was posting about the Buffalo snowstorm. It was like, y'all don't get snow like that in Rhode Island. I was like, oh nah, yo, if I ever got 60 inches of snow in a day, I would have resigned before the flakes showed up.
I'm out, dog. But
Dog.
that's how it snows up there, bro. I used
In
to live
Buffalo,
New
yes.
York.
Upstate New York is different, bro.
I used to live up there. I used to live in Watertown.
I used to
New
go
York,
up there
dog.
for work. I used to go up there for work.
Right off Lake Erie, dog. I used to be up there, dog. They measure feet. They measure snow in feet, not inches, bro. So it's crazy up there.
I know.
It's dope, man.
That's why Buffalo's out here been in Detroit. Gonna be in Detroit until next week.
Yep. But all right, man. Let's go ahead and get into this. Give me a second. Once we get towards the overrated piece, I'm gonna ask for some participation. So we're gonna need you to participate. We're gonna have some polls because I want to know where we as a Panther as the Panther fan, what do we rate our own guys? So we're gonna get to that a little bit later. But before we get into that, let's go ahead and get into. Whoops, give me a second. I gotta change some stuff here. There we go. All right, share my screen. Boom, change the background so we looking good. All right, there we go. All right, so real quick, by the numbers, we're gonna jump into this portion of the game. Listen, it wasn't good. It wasn't good. It wasn't good. Red zone efficiency wasn't good. Third down efficiency wasn't good. Our offense just wasn't good across the board. We only ran the ball 17 times for 36 yards, 2.1 yards per carry. Not good enough. The run defense was okay.
Can we have a discussion about that?
Yeah, let's talk about it.
I want to talk about the rushing attempts, and the only reason why I want to talk about it is because of the fact that I feel like I know we didn't really run that well, but it wasn't like we were in a situation where we were out of the game either.
Agreed.
And I felt like they could have pushed the rock a little bit more. I don't think they did it enough. And I know it's an easy sell to say, well, if they didn't run well on the first or second downs, they got to pass thirds down. No, the hell they do not. They could put the defense on their heels a little bit, make themselves a little bit unpredictable, occasionally run on third down. I just felt like we probably should have ran the ball more. We shouldn't have passed double the amount of runs in a game that we lost 13-3.
Yeah,
that's just my opinion on it.
I agree with you, and it's one of those things where we knew what was going to happen. Like the Panthers are so predictable that if you stop the run and you put it in Baker's hands, it's going to be they're not going to be able to do nothing. And that's essentially what happened. They shut down the run, and I feel like 17 attempts, 2.1 yards per carry. It was a couple of times where Foreman got loose. He got loose on like an 11-yard run, but outside of that, it was pretty much shut down. They did split the carries between Hubbard and Foreman. So we talk about sharing the football. They did that, albeit I probably would have liked to see Foreman a little bit more, just because again against that Ravens front, you gotta be physical. So we just couldn't get anything going, bro. We couldn't get anything going. But yeah, and this is a good question too. How many times did they have third and long? I don't know. I don't know how many times they went third and long. I don't have the stats on that. But yeah, it wasn't pretty. It wasn't pretty.
But either way, even with that, right? Even if it was third and long often, I still would have ran the ball a couple times. I think our offense was super predictable. I just do.
Yeah. And I agree with White Chocolate Espresso because he's right. Like we couldn't get anything going on first and second down. Therefore, we would be in third and longs. And that's you have to throw the ball at that point. You become one-dimensional. So when you can't get anything established, and it's not all Baker's fault. I know Baker's an easy target, and we killing Baker, but it ain't just him, bro. You got some drop passes. The line wasn't all doing their job. Like it wasn't a good performance from a couple of guys. So that's why dudes is getting called out. So but it is what it is. Again, one thing I do want to call out too. Dave, where's the pass rush? Nine pressures, 3. We did get 3 sacks. That's a positive.
That's good, but we only got 6 other hurries.
Yeah,
that's not good, man.
Yeah, it's not good enough. And to their credit, Lamar he'll take off on you. So you got to kind of watch it there. But I don't think I felt like we left a lot on the table from getting Lamar. But It is what it is. It is what it is. And we lost the turnover battle. Well, we lost the turnover battle 3-1. And Baker threw a couple of picks, and not good. Not good. All right. That's it by the numbers. That's all I got. Offensive line, again, we check on the offensive line, see how they're playing every week. Icky had a rough game. He's got to cut down those penalties, dog. Yo, Icky leads all offensive linemen in penalties, bro. It's not good. He got to chill, bro. I don't know what. I think it's a mixture of false starts and holdings and stuff like that, but he got to chill, bro.
But at the same time, he's a rookie. He's a rookie.
He is a rookie.
Like I'm not gonna destroy him here.
Yeah, you're right. He's a rookie, but again, this is just something I'm calling out. Like he has 11 penalties on the season, bro. It's a lot.
No, I get it.
He's averaging a penalty per game, bro. That's a lot. That's a lot, bro.
No, I get it. But he's a rookie. I'm not panicking over it because he's a rookie. I try to give some of the youngest the benefit of the doubt for a little while.
Agreed.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm not going to kill him for it.
Nah,
I'm not killing him for it. I'm just putting it out there that he has 11 penalties on the season. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Just throwing it out.
Yep. Nope. Right, understood.
Freddie Christensen had a decent game, 64.5 PFF score, one hurry allowed. Bradley Bozeman, 61.3, one hurry allowed, one penalty. Austin Corbett had his worst game. He gave up 2 sacks in a hurry. Yeah, not pretty there for Austin Corbett. Been pretty solid and dependable. Gave up 2 sacks this game. Not a good look. And Taylor Moton also had a pretty rough one. Hey, the score looks good, but I recall a few times where he was getting manhandled over there. So again, it's not a bad performance by the offensive line. Again, I would take anything close to 10 hurries overall or 10 pressures. So anything at or around 10 is cool. 11, I'll take it against a very good Baltimore Ravens front. I'll take that all the time. I'll take that any day. So they did a good job. Let me see. Super chat. Can we talk about how consistent Brady has been? I don't know about consistent. I think he's
not
playing
consistent,
well.
But he's playing well.
Played okay. He hasn't been bad. Let's just be clear on that. He hasn't been bad. But if we're ranking the guards, Austin Corbett has been the consistent guy. Not
this is like an outlier for him.
Yeah, this is an outlier for Austin.
This is an outlier for Corbett.
Yeah, but I don't want to sound like a hater. I don't want to sound like a hater. Yo, Brady Christensen is playing well. He's playing well. He's been okay. He's been okay. So, all right. So let's go pull up. I'll pull up PFS scores in a second. But yeah, it's about average. We'll get through it in a second. All right, Great Wall of Carolina. We still rolling with it. We still rolling with that. Let's get into stock up, stock down, Dave. DJ Moore. I got to give a stock down to DJ Moore. And listen, he's had some drops. Not a good look. Not a good look. And I know whoever's watching this, whoever's watching this reporting to DJ, we just calling it like we see it, fam. We just calling it like we see it. I know that Baker Mayfield isn't the best quarterback sometimes. But when he hits you in the hands, bro, you got to catch them things. And I think it was a critical third down plays, bro. And he drops the ball. Can't do it. You can't do it.
Rashad, I'm going to let you know, due to previous incidents that has happened on the PNP show on Mondays, I will not be commenting on DJ Moore at this time. I will reserve comment. I'm reclaiming my time. I will reclaim my time.
Dave is reclaiming his time, fam.
I am not gonna say anything about how I could easily do this. You know why? Because I've said these things before and I got blasted by y'all. So I don't have to say anything at this point. So say what you need to say, man. I did a whole fantasy show doing the comparisons of what he could do this year versus last season based on his target share and his percentages. And I got attacked. I'm not saying anything. Gotten Rashad taking strays from me. Unnecessary ones at that.
Hey, listen, it is what it is. And what we're not going to do is we're not going to shy away from the truth. The facts are the facts. And I listen, I'm riding for my homies. This is my squad. And DJ Moore, one of our favorite players.
He is. Love him.
Listen, we love DJ Moore. But what we're not gonna do is cap just for the sake of capping, just because we like a player. Like we gotta call it like it is. And DJ Moore, listen, I know when he saw number 6 as the quarterback, it's just they just don't click. It's just they can't get on the same page for some reason.
Bruh, that morning during the fantasy show, one of the first things I said was, don't give me no DJ Moore questions today. Whoever you put against him, I'm going to say the other guy. Because I know number 6 is throwing to him. And y'all were like, you can't do that. You can't. Okay, go ahead. Play him. See what happens. How'd it work out for you today? It didn't work. It was bad.
Dave, they don't want you to pod, Dave. Is you going to pod?
Look, man.
Is you going to pod?
I'm podding. I'm here. Pod, Fam, look, listen.
Go ahead and pod, Dave.
Listen, man.
Take the gloves off, man.
We talked about the catch percentage that DJ Moore had last season. We talked about it. You guys said that I went too far. And then we have a game like this. And like you said, Rashad, Baker actually threw some accurate passes to the guy. And he just dropped some of them. So, I mean, but this is something that has happened. You know, but we didn't think about it as much because he was still getting that 1,000 yards. And I don't think he's on pace, bro. I don't know if he's going to get it unless PJ Walker comes back. And because PJ's the only guy that him and Sam, he can make it work. But he can't make it work with Baker. If Baker shows up to start on Sunday, it's not looking good, man.
Yeah, it's
and let me tell you something. I ain't the only one that's out here calling DJ out. But the person that did call him out got a little bit more clout than I do. Because when you get called out by the head coach, that says something to me. But even Wilkes said it at the presser.
Yeah.
He said that anything that I just tell you guys, I already told DJ. So when I'm telling you, DJ already knows. So it ain't going to be a surprise to him if he hears it from the media.
He called out a couple of guys, man. So
yeah,
I know.
It was just a couple.
T. Thompson is asking who did Wilkes call out. He called out DJ because they were talking about. I think Sheena Quick asked him a question about. We'll get there. We'll get there because it goes into what we're gonna talk about. But we'll get there. It was basically DJ Moore and CJ Henderson were the two main culprits that he called out. But anyway, but DJ, you gotta be better, fam. We need those, and it is what it is. We speak the truth on this. Shot Smith, another one.
Yeah, he called him out too.
It ain't clicking. It ain't clicking, fam. It ain't. It's just mid. It's mid. Listen, Terrace Marshall right now and he's on stock up. I'm getting spoiler alert. Terrace Marshall is stock up, but without him, bro, like it's ugly. It's ugly. It's ugly, man. It's ugly. So Shy, he's got an opportunity in the kick game, in the punt game, and now he got a couple of good looks. From a couple of good targets, and just can't. It's just not clicking, bro. It's not clicking, fam. So anytime when I do my draft Mondays and I talk about we need to draft a wide receiver, this is why. This is why.
I could argue against it.
No, you can't.
Why I can't?
Cap.
You telling me that I can't roll with DJ Moore that we just paid all that money? We can't roll with. Jesus. We can't roll with DJ Moore. We can't roll with Terrace Marshall. We can't give Chenault the opportunity. Because I think if Chenault had a full off season, he'll beat Shy. There's not a doubt in my mind he'll beat Shy.
No, they won't even deploy Chenault in like a full wide receiver setting. Like he's just running those little jet sweep screen things. That's the only thing they'll do with him. Like they aren't doing. He's not even running like routes downfield. Like every time he touches the ball, it's behind the line of scrimmage. Like, come on, you got to get him more active. And that goes to Wilkes calling out the OC, too, because he called his ass out, too.
He sure did.
Everybody got called out, fam. Everybody got called
out. A lot of folks got these hands, man. It was his Founders Day. He about to get these hands out post-Founders Day. That's what he's doing. But I don't blame him for the accountability, though. At all.
Yep. So, it is what it is, man. Shy, he ain't it. He ain't it, bro. CJ Henderson, bro. And CJ don't even get a picture, bro. He don't even get a picture because my man got owned. He got owned by Demarcus Robinson. Demarcus Robinson was eating my man's lunch. Okay, and I broke it down on Twitter. My man, this dude, Robinson had 19 yards per game prior to this game. Dave, 1-9, 19 yards per game this man was getting. I bet you he wasn't on the fantasy boards. I bet you he went undrafted. 19 yards. My man had 19 yards, bro. This dude came out and busted out 128 yards on us. Half of them came against CJ Henderson. 5 targets, 5 receptions for 59 yards, bro. Not a good look. Not a good look, man. And this is coming from a guy. Listen, I love CJ Henderson. I love the potential that he has, bro. I love it. But he just ain't it. He's just not it. He got called out by the coaches today. He's not it, bro. Again, I don't know. He's giving up the 10-yard cushion. Every time he lines up, it's a 10-yard cushion between him and the receiver. Receiver just could run a quick slant, take the ball, and it's over. It's over. So, I don't know, bro. It ain't looking good for my man CJ Henderson, and I like CJ. Dave, what's your thoughts, man?
There's a reason why Jacksonville traded him. That's all I'm gonna say. We thought they lost their mind when we traded him. No, they didn't. Dog, he just might not be that good. I mean, like, he just might not be good.
Bro, and when I say, hey, we need to draft a cornerback. This is why, good folks. This is why. All right, so yeah, CJ Henderson, man, it's not a good look, and it sucks when you are opposite of DJ. They're not really opposite of JC, and they're not really throwing at JC Horn like that. He's getting all the targets, bro. He's getting targeted a lot. It is what it is. It is what it is. All right, let's move on. Bravion Roy, he got him a pick. Got to give him stock up for the pick.
Hell of a pick, too. Hell of a pick. Phenomenal pick. Can't be mad at that. Stock up all day for him.
Yep, haven't seen him much all season. Post Matt Rule, but he had a decent game yesterday. Got the pick. I ain't mad at him there. I ain't mad at him. And listen, I know y'all probably wanted me to put Baker on stock down, but it was a lot outside of just Baker, so I'm not gonna kill Baker and put him on stock down. I think there's a lot.
You're nicer than me.
I'm not putting him on stock down, bro. He ain't. He's part of the problem, but he ain't the problem. All right. Moving on from Bravion Roy, Terrace Marshall.
Before you continue,
yep.
I want to finish up Baker because that means you don't have him stock up or stock down. Here's my thing with Baker.
Yeah, go ahead.
So here's my thing with Baker, bro. My thing with Baker boils down to this. I feel like he wasn't willing to take enough risks down the field. I understand how windy it was. And I said this during Sheena's halftime show on Twitter Spaces. I felt like Baker did not take enough risk, and that alone is enough for me to relegate his behind back to the bench. Because if you're not going to be willing to take these risks, then I have no interest. Like, I'll give Sam might have a turnover, but damn it, he'll take a risk. Same goes for PJ. I need somebody that's willing to throw the ball down the field. I've seen too many opportunities that he could have had out wide open guys and he didn't. There was one where he got sacked because he wasn't willing to throw the damn ball down the field. And there was somebody wide open. So, from my standpoint, I'm good. Like, I don't want to see Baker start again. And I want my 4th round pick. I don't want to risk it at this point. Play PJ or Sam for the rest of the season. I do not want to risk it at this point. I'm done.
Yeah,
I'm done.
It's not just him though, because like I said, if DJ
I know it ain't just him.
Football, it might.
I know it ain't him. But you know what? It's gotten confused, right? At the beginning of the season, you didn't want to throw to the guy. You didn't want to throw to him. And then you finally decide to throw to him and DJ decides to have a bad day. So you're right. It's not on him. But damn it, I can understand. Because you ain't throw to that man when you were here and you had the opportunity and you wanted to start a job. I'm done. I don't want to see him start again. If PJ ain't healthy, bring Sam out. Trot Sam Darnold's ass out there and let's roll with Sam if PJ ain't healthy enough. Otherwise, let PJ start.
Yeah,
and I'm done.
And you could tell You could tell Baker don't look comfortable. He's not comfortable.
He don't.
His feet are all over the place.
My man looking for a Cleveland Brown offensive line, and he just realized that he's wearing blue, silver, and black, and that ain't the same colors as the Cleveland Browns. We ain't got the same line, bro, but we've actually played pretty well. He doesn't trust what he sees, and you can't start like that. He needs to go to the bench, straight up. We can have a discussion about whether or not he's a bust another day.
White Chocolate Espresso, appreciate the super chat, says Spencer Rattler. QB1, Dave. What comes after QB1? Spencer Rattler? Not Spurs.
LOL,
up.
Spurs up. Thank you. Thank you, White Chocolate Espresso. I'm thankful.
It ain't Spurs.
I still want to understand. I'm still trying to understand. It's like is the wings of a Gamecock a spur or something? Like, where did the Spurs up come from? I'm trying to understand.
Somebody that's a Gamecock fan and don't know that the Gamecock.
I have no idea.
The cock has spurs on the back of its feet, Dave.
Oh, okay. See, I don't know my animals, obviously.
Come on, man.
I'm not a look, man. I went to A&T. I went to A&T, but I was not an agricultural student.
If you don't know about where the spur is, you got to say go Cox, because you can't. If you don't know what the spur is, you can't say it.
Spurs up, man.
Come on, man.
Carry on, Terrence Marshall Jr. You had a phenomenal day, my brother.
He did. 3 receptions on 6 targets for 76 yards. Led the team in receiving. Looks good out there. He could have had a touchdown had he got his one-handed game going. I think he could have had one, but it is what it is. A Cash says, I can't believe Dave was defending DJ. Usually hates on DJ. P.S. Dave, go ahead.
Listen, first of all, I would defend players when it's warranted. I don't hate on DJ. I just go off the numbers. I told you I like DJ more. Go Cox. That's all you get. Moving on. All right, now keep it moving. Appreciate the super chatter, Cash.
Oh, man, appreciate that, man. Hey, Terrence Marshall's coming to his own. Thank goodness, because he was making me look bad. And I always talk about how much
why you don't have to.
He has.
He's the reason why you ain't got to drop a receiver, bro.
Nah,
him and DJ.
Yeah, nah.
He's been playing well. He's been playing well since he's been out of here, by the way. Just so you know.
Yeah.
Numerically, statistically, he's been playing really well since Rule's been out the paint.
True. This is true. Dave, it's true.
No, it's not. But moving on.
All right, moving on. Sam Franklin. Shout out to Sam Franklin. Had himself a great day.
He had a good day, man.
He was all over the field, man, and that's what we need. We need that. We need that from Sam Franklin, especially with with Miles Hartsfield down. There's a lot of opportunity for him to come in and play. I thought he played well. He's a really good special teams player, but he got his opportunity to come out there and play with Miles Hartsfield going down, and I think he did a good job. He did a really good job. Really good job. Shout out to Sam Franklin, man. Any thoughts on Sam Franklin?
I'm all set. I think he did have a great day, but I think this is hilarious. That's not why. But anywho, he had a phenomenal day, man. And I think he should have some Pro Bowl consideration from a special team standpoint, too. But he showed up today at safety, man. I'm happy for him.
Yep. Yeah, he had a good day. Really good day for
really good
Franklin.
day.
Jeremy Chin, welcome back, Jeremy Chin. Good to see him out there. This is really for him getting back out on the field. He did play a lot of snaps. Had 10 tackles, 7 solo tackles. Good to see him back out there. Probably not going to be his best game that he played, but he's back on the field. Got to get his feet wet, and hopefully he'll get back out there and get back to his normal self. One thing I do want to check out. Let me see. I didn't do this. Let me see if I can. I want to see where he lined up post Matt Rule, like where he was lined.
That's
up.
a good point.
I meant to do this earlier. I've been hella busy today, so I didn't get a chance to do it. But let me look it up real quick.
Yeah, man. I had a long day today myself, man. I didn't get to work till later, and I didn't get off till almost after 6 o'clock.
Let me see here. Let me see. Snap spot position. Detailed positions, please. Week 11, he played 13 snaps in the box. mean a linebacker / strong safety, and then he played 41 snaps in the slot, and then 10 at free safety. So they moved him around. Not as much as in the box as his. Going back to his, let's go back to his rookie season and look. I just want to go back to his rookie season for a second to see what that alignment looked like, because he was all over the place. Yeah, he definitely had a lot more snaps in the box. His rookie season, majority of his snaps were in the box, playing linebacker, but / strong safety. I think we got to get him back to that role. I think that's where he was best, and it appears that is not going to be the case. Maybe that was the game plan. We'll see, but he is definitely not playing in the box like he was his rookie season. So I don't know.
But that was the plan, right? They put him at the safety position. That was the intention coming into the season. So I think.
Yeah, but that was with Matt Rule. I was wondering if it was going to change with Wilkes. I wonder, was he going to put him back? And I know Wilkes is a secondary guy, and so maybe he because Wilkes was the one that said that. But I thought maybe it would have changed. So I was just curious to see if anything changed. But yeah, week 1 actually he played most snaps in the box. Week 1, and then it went off from there. Now he's spending most of his snaps playing free safety. So
yeah, I'm happy to see him back.
I don't know if Chin has a natural position per se. He's a tweener.
He's a tweener.
He
was a tweener in college too.
Yeah, he's a guy you can put him anywhere. So I wouldn't say he has a natural position. I think you got to put him, move him around.
Like if you want to talk about natural, he's more of a natural position at safety than a linebacker. I just think he plays the linebacker really well because he don't mind hitting folks. So. Yeah.
So shout out to Jeremy Chin, had a good game. Really good game. Frankie Louvu, another guy that had a great game, continued to ball out. Frankie Louvu, again, I know somebody in the posted on the Mock Draft Monday video today and was like, yeah, we got Frankie Louvu and we got Shaq Thompson. That means we don't need to draft a linebacker. Sir, as much as they're great. I like Louvu is playing well, but they aren't natural field generals like the middle linebacker, like i.e. a Luke Kuechly. They're not. That's what we need. We need a Luke.
But if you're gonna, bro, if to get a guy like that, you know what you got to take him. You know where you got to take him, right? You got to take him in the first.
I mean, I don't know if that's necessarily true. True.
All right, so let's look at the best linebackers in Panthers history. At least the last 3. Where were they taking?
I mean, that's Panthers history, bro. Like that doesn't mean other teams ain't getting somebody elsewhere or getting a linebacker elsewhere. I have to do the research. You could be absolutely right, but I don't think that's gonna be the. I don't think that's gonna be.
Look, man, a guy. Now I know who we took. I know we took J.C. Horn. I know some folks wanted Justin Fields, but I wouldn't have had a problem with us taking Michael Parsons. Would not have a problem with it one bit.
Michael Parsons isn't the linebacker. He's not that type of. Michael Parsons is an edge rusher, bro. He's not a traditional linebacker in the system. What I'm talking about, not a middle linebacker. He's
not a middle.
I'm talking about the field general, the Mike linebacker. That's what we need. We ain't had one.
We ain't had one since Luke retired, bro. We still searching for that guy. Yeah. But believe it or not, you know what position has the lowest bust rate in the first round? Linebacker. Linebacker has the lowest bust rate in the first round, which has always been intriguing to me. It's like the safest pick to take in the first round. Yep. What True Money said, bro. Why he's not a pure linebacker? We damn sure wouldn't be having an issue with a pass.
Yeah, I agree. If we would take Mike, I'm not saying we shouldn't have taken him. I agree he's an elite player. Mike is elite, bro. And we'll save that conversation for a couple of minutes later. We're gonna talk about elite versus not elite. But hey, don't shoot the messenger, B. Don't shoot the messenger, dog. But yeah, I agree though. I agree. We could have taken Parsons and it would have been great. But anyway, let's move on. Frankie Louvu had a great game.
I love J.C. Horn. Let me be clear. I'm just saying. Because Horn's been playing out of his mind. When he plays, man, he's shutting down whoever the hell he's covering, which is a beautiful thing to watch.
Yeah, Frankie Louvu, 10 tackles, a sack, a tackle for loss, and a QB hit. Yeah, man, great game for Frankie Louvu. Continues to ball out. He's definitely outplaying his little contract that he got. I think we got him on a 2-year deal, so he'll be back again next year. But he about to get paid, bro. He about to get paid because he's playing well in his 5th year too. He's having a great season. All right, that was it for stock up, stock down. Did I miss anybody? Who else do y'all think should have got stock up or stock down? I could have put JC on stock up. I could have put JC out there. That's really it.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I
That
got.
would probably be it because I don't think you can put anybody else.
So here is the rookie report right quick. Icky had a rough game, 57 snaps, no sacks, a hurry. Brandon Smith sighting. He got a decent amount of snaps too. A decent amount of snaps. 33. His grade wasn't that great, but 24 snaps, played at linebacker, and 3 tackles. So I don't know why. I can't explain why the grade's so low. I have to go back and look at the game. But
yeah, you might have. And let me be clear. I'm speculating. It might have been a situation where he just didn't take advantage of the opportunities he had. You might have seen a couple missed tackles here and there, but we got to watch the tape.
Yeah, I got to go back and watch. I got to watch the game again. I didn't really see any need for him to be that low, but I don't know. Again, I didn't watch him like that. So I gotta go back and watch and see what happened. But 24 snaps, that's the most snaps he's seen all season. He's out there, he's playing. This is good. This is a good thing. Shout out to Brandon Smith, man. Again, that's what we need. Same thing with Amari Barno. Again, he's getting a couple of snaps per game, but he had a great day, excuse me. And he had 3 snaps and had that tackle. Had a really nice tackle for loss, I believe, in that game. So really good game from Amari Barno. K. Mays had the 1 snap where y'all called him out. Y'all said he was on the field. I think he was playing fullback. Shout out to K. Mays. He was out there. Marquand McCall, his snaps are decreasing. Haven't seen him out there that as much as he was when Matt Rule was the coach. So
that's interesting.
Yeah,
I thought he's been playing relatively well, so I think that's interesting. I will say that. That's interesting because I really thought that he was playing pretty well.
Yeah.
I really did. So
yeah, man.
I'm kind of a little shocked by that one.
Yeah, me too. But yeah, again, like I said, the rookies are playing okay. Again, I think you're going to see some more snaps for these guys as the season wears on. Good to see Brandon Smith out there. Good to see Amari Barno out there. I see in the chat y'all saying Barno over YGM. Barno is just so light, bro. He's so light that if you put him out there, they will run at him every single down, bro. And he will get exposed. So I think he's coming in on 3rd downs to be a situation. We had that NASCAR package where they had Brian Burns, Amari Barno, and Marquise Haynes. That's where he got, I believe he got his tackle for loss or something like that. All 3 of them were out there. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, it's going to be situational until he can put some weight on. He's got to get bigger so he can sustain against the run.
All right.
Let's see here. NFC South rankings. We're at the bottom again. It was good while it lasted, but we right back at the bottom. Saints won. The Falcons won, and I think Tampa's on a bye, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, they are. They are on a bye this week.
So so we again at the bottom once again. I don't know if we're gonna move off the bottom, but you know it is what it is for right now. All right, Dave, do you want to change your Wilkes meter?
Yeah, I said I was gonna raise it up.
Let me see.
We need to up it just a tad, like move it up just a little bit higher, a little bit higher. We can put it right there. That's fine. Right there. Stop right there. A little bit lower than you. A little bit lower. I know you probably lowering your shit.
No, I'm moving mine up a little bit, man.
Okay.
Not because of the game. It's because of this next topic we about to talk about. Here's a draft order real quick. We pick a second. Y'all seen my draft Monday. But real quick, I gotta give a shout out to my people before we get into the next content. All right. So at Panther Nation PC on Twitter, all that good stuff. Patreon.com/Panther Nation PC. Follow us, support us on Patreon. We appreciate y'all. Shout out to all the MVPs. Big O has not claimed a ticket yet, so I will be reaching out tomorrow to the next person in line who is in. We already pulled 3. I forgot who was number 2 on the list, but you'll be hearing from me tomorrow. Make sure you check your emails, bro. Check your email so you know. And when I hit you up saying you got the ticket, you got to respond, all right? So shout out to all the MVPs. Shout out to all the franchise folk and all of the free agents, man. We appreciate y'all so much, man. Appreciate y'all support. Y'all are a beast, and we appreciate y'all. All right, Dave, let's run Underdog real quick.
What's going on, guys? This is Dave from PNP, and I'm here to talk to you about Underdog Fantasy. I just want to remind you that's the easiest place to play. There ain't too many places where you can win 20 times your money in the same night, utilizing higher lowers in the pick'em game. And now they have pick'em insurance, where while you won't win the same amount of money that you did before, you can miss one and still bring home some money. So if you do it 3 times, you can potentially still get your money back if you end up missing one. Go to UnderdogFantasy.com and sign up today and use the code PNP when you do. And the $100 deposit match still stands. Underdog Fantasy. Shout out to Underdog Fantasy, man. Like I said, man, there ain't too many places where you can win 20 times your money by doing 5 higher and lowers for the pick'em. There ain't too many spots where you can win 20 times. You put down 25, you can walk away with 500. Not a bad gig to say the least. I should check and see. I'm pretty sure they're doing World Cup stuff, but I haven't checked yet. Not today. It's been a crazy day. It's been a crazy week. But World Cup started today, so y'all should check it out for sure.
Yep. Shout out to Underdog Fantasy, man. Real quick, Steve Wilkes. Let's talk about Steve Wilkes and who he called out. And I need to get get my polls ready, because it's about to get real interesting here in just a second. Real interesting, all right. Let me see. But Steve Wilkes did have his press conference today and called out some folk. Called out DJ. Called out Shy. Called out CJ Henderson. Called out. I mean, everybody for they got to step up. He said, "Yo, we got our stars. We have star players on this squad, and they need to play like stars." That's what he said, and I agree with him. We hold these guys in a high regard. There's some guys we hold on this roster in very, very high regard. Okay, I've been on record calling a lot of these guys. I've been on record saying this a lot. I've been on record saying these exact words. We got the talent. We just need the coaching. I've been on record saying that. But Dave, I don't know if that's the case. It could still be the case, right? If we get a better coach in here, it could still be the case. It still could hold true. But we got 2 different coaches in here with the same folk, almost the same result. Shout out to Wilkes. He's doing his best he can. But I agree with what he said, and this is why I gave him a little bit of a bump, because I believe this needs to be said. You got to call dudes out, man. We got guys on this roster that we deem and we hold in high regard. They got to play better, bro. And we're going to talk about a few of them today. Give me 1 second to get this set up here. Go ahead, Dave. Let
me tell you something. I'm not mad at one bit about what Steve Wilkes said. It's it was very refreshing to see it, because even Ron Rivera didn't have a problem with calling folks out when it was warranted. So I was happy to see something like this, only because I think Matt Rule's afraid to do things like this. I think Rule's afraid to do certain people that he likes, but Wilkes don't care about any of that. Wilkes will say it to whoever he feels like it needs to be said to. And when he said our star players need to play like stars, man, that's a bar. That is a bar. A certifiable bar. That's how I feel about that. I wasn't mad at the comment at all. That was a bar, bro. Like, that's the things, that was the things you're supposed to say. You got to make your players accountable. And I think accountability was a lost art when we had Rule at the helm, in my opinion. I think it was about, if you were part of the crew, you were cool. If you weren't, then, it is what it is. All right. Should we appreciate the super chat, Cleo Ham? Should we pick up Josh Downs in a second? That's a Rashad question, bro. Rashad's been looking at this draft thing.
Josh Downs is a wide receiver out of UNC. Nah. In the second round, I'm looking for edge rusher or a cornerback. That's who I'm looking for.
Yeah, I agree there. Yeah, we should be out here taking
wide receivers are deep. You can get a wide receiver anywhere, bro. I ain't really trying to reach too far on a wide receiver. Now, if one falls to us, kind of like a Terrace Marshall, then I might consider it. But I don't know if Downs. I would take Downs in a second. Nah, I'm cool. I'm cool on that. All right. Let's again. So I was gonna make a completely different video on this. I had this art ready. I was ready. I was gonna make a whole different video. We've identified the foundation. Not just me. That's not me identifying it. This is what Scott Fitterer said. Scott Fitterer said we got foundational guys and we not trade them. Or their actions showed that they didn't trade guys like Shaq Thompson. Right? He's a part of the foundation. They didn't trade him. They could have traded him, but they didn't. Derrick Brown was named. Brian Burns was named. DJ Moore was named. JC was named. Chin was named. And I threw Moten and Icky in there as well. Moten because he got a pretty big contract and he's been named as well. And then Icky obviously is the future. Now, tonight we're only going to go over 4 of them because I only had time to update four of the guys. I couldn't update everybody in enough time. So we're going to go over 4 guys and we're going to talk about this real quick. I think I want to see where you all rank them versus where they rank in reality. So real quick, we're going to start with DJ Moore. We're going to start with DJ Moore and I'm going to post this in the chat. I'm gonna post this in the chat. So we got a poll in the chat. Where do you rank DJ Moore in the league? So do you think do you view DJ Moore as a top 10 wide receiver, top 25 wide receiver, or wide receiver 2? Where do you rank him?
Where do I rank him?
Yeah, where do you rank him, Dave? Say it and then vote, Dave.
You said you put it in the chat?
Yeah, it's in the chat. It's in the YouTube chat. You won't be able to see it on StreamYard.
All right, hold on. Let me pull it. Let me go ahead and get it. Let me get the YouTube up there. Oh God, where do I rank him? Jesus. I think he's top 15, so I gotta rate top 25. I have to rate him top 25. Cause I think he's top. I don't think he's top 10. I think he's like top 15. So because he's top 15, I gotta rate top 25.
All right, so let's break this down. So this is based on, again, I use PFF. Y'all know I'm a fan of PFF. I like their scoring personally. Listen, there's a lot of people that say they disagree with PFF, but then when it proves their point, they like to go to PFF, which really throws me off. I really be wanting to call people out. Y'all claim y'all hate it so much and y'all can't trust it, but yeah, anytime it jives with your opinion, you like to post it and use it. So we've been using PFF on this channel for a long time, like ever since we started. Damn near, we've always been proponents of PFF. They continue to adjust their numbers and how they collect their data, and also not only that.
Short plug. Rashad even interviewed somebody that worked for PFF to talk about how they handle the rating system, and if you were a patron, you would know that. So become a patron.
And not only that, they have contracts with all 32 teams and some colleges, right? So people are using this data, and it's not just me. Like, it's NFL teams and their front offices are using this information. So I digress. All right, so PFF grade, he's 52nd in the league, Dave. 52nd in the league overall, according to PFF grade. That's overall grade. Receiving grade, which is routes. That's his route running ability, essentially. 69, right? Total yards, he ranks 31st in the league in total yards. 502 yards right now. Not good. I don't know.
This season.
Yeah, this season. And this is all this season. And Dave, I don't know. You can look at the trajectory and all that, but I don't think he's on pace to get 1,000 yards. We got what, 8 games, 9 games, 7 games left.
With 3 and 8, right? We got 6 games left.
Yeah, he ain't on pace.
Yeah, he's gonna have to have a phenomenal 6 games.
So here's the thing. Dave, he's 14th in targets, bro. He's got 76 targets on the season. So
that's top 15.
Shares up there, bro.
Bro, you know what he was last year? But what? He was 5th or 6th. He was like up there. Like up there.
But his receptions, 34. Now, I dove a little bit deeper into that and looked at his catchable target rate. He's 91st in catchable targets, right? So 62% of his targets are actually catchable. So only 48 of his targets are catchable. So that's a whole other discussion.
In essence, he had 6. He had 6 that he kind of didn't get. out of the 48 catchables.
Yes. So, and we could talk about quarterbacks, and this is valid, right? DJ hasn't had the same quarterback in back-to-back seasons. I honestly don't know I don't know what his true potential is because of that. I agree. That's a part of it. That's
fair.
Of it, right?
No, that's fair.
That's fair. Fair. Completely fair. Appreciate the super chat, Jared. Completely fair. Drop rate 35th, 6.7. That jumped because I updated these from last week. That drop rate was like 4 something, and he was actually beating the top 5 guys. Now, not so much. Passer rating. This threw up alarms to me too. Passer rating when thrown to 72.4, bro. That's the QB rating when the QB is throwing to DJ Moore. That's not good. That is not good.
Terrible,
so,
bro.
but okay. So then, what did I do, Dave? I took it a step further. Okay, so what are we comparing? I had to go compare him to the top 5 guys because it's only right. What is a top 5 wide receiver? What does a top 5 wide receiver look like? Because that's what we think, right? We want DJ Moore to be up there with those guys. This is the top 5 guys on the right hand side. This is DJ on the left. Top 5 guys on average. So I took their scores, averaged them up, and these are the top 5 guys on the right side. So their overall PFF score. If you take those 5 guys, and I can give you the 5 guys that PFF deems as top 5, I gotta find it. So the top 5 receivers, according to PFF, Tyreek Hill, Devontae Adams, Stephon Diggs, Justin Jefferson, Cooper Kupp. That's the top 5 guys according to PFF. Took their scores, averaged them up, 88.8 grade, 89.5 receiving grade, 1,000, just over 1,000 total yards. They're getting 100 targets, 73 receptions. Their catchable rate is about 72%. Their drop rate 4.8. And separation, and I threw that in on this one because, separation's a big buzzword going on right now, Dave, because they say DJ Moore can't separate. So I threw that in there too. Separation 1.94, and that's in yards, right? Mm-hmm. And then passer rating, Dave, look at that passer rating. Look at that passer rating. That passer rating, 116.
Name those quarterbacks again.
Yeah, I got you.
Name the running backs. The wide receivers, excuse me.
The wide receivers. Tyreek Hill, Devontae Adams.
So, all right, Hill has
Tyreek
Tua.
Hill.
Adams has Derek Carr.
Stephon Diggs.
Diggs has Josh Allen. Monster. Okay.
Justin Jefferson.
Kirk Cousins.
Cooper Kupp.
Matt Stafford with injury. Yep. So I wanted to name the quarterbacks to let you guys know that out of those 5, there's only one that's elite level. There's only one that's elite out of the 5. Yep. There's only one, and that's Josh Allen. So out of the 5 guys, there's only one elite quarterback. And y'all saw what Kirk Cousins did yesterday, ruined a lot of fantasy weeks for folks with his negative 0.6 points in fantasy points yesterday. So I say all that to say that, all right, you don't have to have an elite level quarterback to get these numbers. Okay, I just wanted to throw that out there to the world. Okay, I just wanted to check.
So again, so you can see how far DJ is off of that. So you see the numbers in parentheses. That's how far DJ Moore is away from being a top 5. I mean, you're talking about 20 points, 500 yards, 24 targets, 31 receptions, 9% on the catchable target rate, the drop rate, all that. That's how far DJ Moore is off. So just to look at this poll, right? Let's look at this poll. Y'all rank DJ Moore as a top 25 wide receiver. Dog, the reality. This is the reality, Dave. He's a high-end wide receiver too. That's what DJ is right now. And again, you're right. Jared, you are right. The quarterback play has something to do with it, right? The switching of the quarterbacks, the coach.
But at the same time, and I'm not saying Baker, Sam, and all these other guys are better than these guys that we mentioned, but the point still remains. None of the guys, other than Josh Allen, the other 4 guys aren't elite. The other 4 guys are average. And what I've been asking for all this time since we were out here trading and moving around, average quarterbacks is all I ask for. And 4 out of 5 top guys have average quarterbacks. And you guys can try to convince me that the other 4 aren't average, unless you're going to convince me that Tua has reached the next step.
Hold on, Dave. No, you're right. My bad. I didn't mean to cut you off, Dave. But I gotta cut this right now. I gotta nip this in the bud right here, right now. Carolina isn't a passing team like the others, bro. Have you watched the greatest Panther of all time be great with a run first offense? Come on, we're not doing that.
Oh, besides the fact that Miami runs the ball. Josh Jacobs is one of the best running backs in the NFL. Derek, you guys sleeping on Josh Allen and all? You sleeping on the Buffalo? They run the ball between Josh Allen and Devin Singletary. Devin Singletary almost got 20 carries on Sunday. So they run the ball in Buffalo as well. And you telling me that Kirk Cousins doesn't run the damn ball? What? Dalvin Cook doesn't run the ball for Minnesota? What are we talking about here? Don't be, no, not allowing it. No, I'm not allowing it. The top 5 guys, 4 out of 5 probably gonna run first offenses. So that's no excuse. And like you were about to say about Steve Smith Sr., that's what we did. That would be my strongest argument for him to be in the Hall. His numbers on a team that was a run first offense is one of the best in NFL history. Compared to some of the folks that are ahead of him. But I digress.
And I agree with you all. Baker isn't great. I get that. I get all of that. The quarterback play has not been great. I get it. I'm just putting it out there. And we could go back and look at, even prior to that. You got to look at the way that PFF scores. It's deeper than yards and receptions, bro. It's deeper than all that. You just got to look into it. I'm telling y'all, it's just deeper than that. So it matters. The QB rating when throwing, that's alarming to me, bro. That's alarming to me. It's about 50 points off, bro. That's alarming to me, dog. Play calling, all that. I agree with y'all. That matters, bro. But it is what it is, man. It is what it is, dog. But all right, that's DJ Moore. That's DJ Moore. All right, DJ Moore. Let's talk about Brian Burns for a second. Let me put Brian Burns' poll up real quick. Let me end this poll. End that poll. Dave, give me your thoughts on Brian Burns real quick while I do this poll.
I think this is the year that he has to show that he can get across the paint from the standpoint of getting these sacks. I feel like he could be better, particularly on the run defense side, but I think that was always a thing even with back in Florida State. We knew that was like one of the things that he's just not as good at compared to being a better pass rusher. But I will say that he probably could have gotten more sacks. I think this year is probably his best year when it comes to sacks, but in the past, he probably could have gotten more sacks. He's really good at pressures, and he's really good at getting the tackles that he needs to get. From that standpoint, I'm not going to say he's overrated, and I haven't looked to see what your poll says yet, but I'm about to pull it up right now.
I'm putting it up.
Okay, I'm waiting for the poll to come up. But from my standpoint, I mean, he's a starter in this league. I don't know what poll you about to put up here, but I'll wait and see what are you gonna ask the people, man?
Top 10, top 15, top 25, or situational pass rushing. So it's up now. It's up now. I'll run through these. I'll let you formulate your thought. But
I voted top 25.
Okay.
He's probably more teetering. He's probably more in the top 20 range, but same as DJ Moore. I didn't have an option in between.
So overall PFF grade for Brian Burns, he ranked 63rd in all edge rushers. Again, that's minimum 200 snaps. Ranks 42nd in pass rush, 87th in run defense. Coverage. He's elite in coverage, top 10 in coverage. We all know that because they drop him back in coverage a lot.
Yeah, he's top 10 in coverage.
That's why they do that. Top 10. This is what throws me off a little bit because he's top 10 in sacks, top 4 in pressures, and he's tied for 6th in tackles amongst edge rushers. So it's one of those things. Like he's got the stats, but there's nuances in his game that may or may not that are preventing him from being that upper echelon edge rusher. When I talk about upper echelon, go ahead.
Maybe it's a situation where he could even be better than what he already has. but maybe because he has his moments where he over pursues, because he's not as good when it comes to run defense. That's factoring in a bit from his PFF grade. The pass rush at 42nd is bothersome, though. I will say.
Yeah,
like I'm not shocked by the run defense number, but because I know he has a habit of over pursuing. He's always had that even back in college, and I think he's gotten better with it over time. But the pass rush number is the one that I'm kind of shocked by. But then if they're penalizing him for over pursuing, then I'm not shocked by it.
I think that has something to do with it, like the missed tackles and missed opportunity. I think that has something to do with it. Because y'all know he does over pursue, and he's like he gets that close, but then like he's probably like if he cashes in on the sacks that he could have had, he probably would have like 15 sacks by now.
Even if he did half of them, he'll be like at 12 or 13. And that would put him probably near the top of the list of the most sacks in the league right now. He'll be on pace to potentially break Strahan's record. Or it's not Strahan. It's not Strahan no more. Now, who just broke the record? Who just broke the sack record recently?
I don't know.
What's his name? It was somebody just broke it recently.
TJ? I don't remember. Was TJ Watt?
Was it Watt?
I don't know.
I don't remember who it was. I don't remember. JJ. It was JJ Watt, actually. JJ broke it. But still. But we know what he is. He's more of a pass rusher.
It was TJ.
It was TJ. Okay, it was TJ Watt. Sorry. It was one of the Watts.
He tied it. He didn't break it. TJ tied it. Yeah, TJ tied it. He didn't break it. He tied it. Yeah. But okay, so let's take a look at how Brian Burns ranks against the top, what we would call elite, right? Myles Garrett. These are the elite pass rushers. Myles Garrett, Micah Parsons, Nick Bosa, Max Crosby, and Brandon Graham are the top graded edge rushers according to PFF, right? So those guys have the elite grades, and here's where he ranks amongst those guys. So the overall PFF grade for those guys on average is 90.7, pass rush grade 86.2, run defense 77.5, coverage, he's better in coverage. That's the thing. This is where it gets a little tricky because he's better in coverage. He's got just as many sacks, more pressures, and more tackles. So that's where it gets this from. Statistically speaking, Brian Burns is in that conversation. But do you all think he is as good as Myles Garrett or Micah Parsons or Nick Bosa? I can't say that, bro. I can't say that.
That's why I said that's why
I can't say that.
I think he's top 20. Like I think he's around top 20, which is why I voted for top 25. He's around top 20 from an edge rusher perspective. So what did you say? What did you say about
it ain't about what I say. What about what I say? It's what the data says. My opinion is irrelevant.
All right. So what is the data?
Let's be clear on this. This is not Shad saying it. I want to be clear because I don't want any of y'all shooting the messenger. I'm just providing the information. Do not shoot the messenger, okay? Let's be clear. Be clear on that. Okay? Be clear. But the data says that he a complimentary edge. So when I say that, I think he's in the same conversation. This is the data, bro. This is not me.
By the way,
this is not me.
I want to let you guys know from a disclaimer standpoint, I have not seen any of these slides. So it's kind of wild that I said he was a top 20 guy. And Rashad said he was a top
I'm not saying it, though.
No, the perception says that he's a top 20 guy. It's just funny that I have the same perception
it's the numbers.
as most of the fan base. But
bro.
But here's the thing. Complimentary edge don't get paid $20 million a year. I'll say that.
See, Dave, bingo. See, there lies the problem, right? Because now you open up the conversation about money.
Now we have a different discussion.
Yeah, hold on, Dave. Because guess what, though? His stats are there, right? He's got the stats to come. 8 sacks. He's right in there with the top. 8 sacks, tackles, pressures. Yep. He's in that conversation. So he could still get that money, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's a tough scenario, bro, because guess who's graded higher than him? Hassan Reddick is graded higher than him. They didn't want to pay Hassan. Hassan is a better edge rusher than Brian Burns right now. And
But then
even
because
going back to last year, he was better.
So now let's have a discussion. Now we gotta have a discussion.
But they just let that marinate for a second though, Dave. They didn't want to pay Hassan Reddick, who is a better edge rusher than Brian Burns, both going back to last year and right now. He's better. They didn't want to pay him. See, and he got paid $16 million. That's it. Hassan got paid $16 million by the Eagles. So we're about to overpay Brian Burns more. We're going to give Brian Burns more than $16 million, fam. We're going to. So let that sink in for a second.
No, I'm here. But I gotta ask you a question that you gotta start letting sink in, brother. Did we make a mistake not trading 2 first-round picks for Brian Burns?
That's the question, Dave.
That's what I'm asking you.
I don't know.
That's what I'm asking you that right now.
I don't know because you can't.
So based on reality, you're telling me that we should have traded the 2 first-round picks to get the 2 first-round picks to send Brian Burns somewhere is what I'm hearing. Because basically you're saying 2 first-round picks for a complimentary edge, and I think if a complimentary edge is worth 2 first-round picks, you got to trade it. If the reality is that he's a complimentary edge, you have to trade 2 first-round picks for a complimentary. Just instead of complimentary edge somewhere else. That's just how I feel. Considering that how much you're gonna have to pay this complimentary edge for him to resign. You follow me? And look, man, and I never want to touch somebody's money like that because he's gonna get his bag regardless. This ain't gonna stop from him getting his bag. And if it does stop him from getting his bag, somebody's got to hire us because you know what I'm saying. But I just feel like if the reality is that he's a complimentary edge, and if the GM thinks the same way, and if other teams think the same way, he's not going to get the $20 million that a lot of people are projecting him to make.
Bro, y'all, hold on, because we got to stop this too. Y'all talking about Brian Burns don't have any pass rush help, but he definitely has somebody next to him that's probably one of the best DTs in the league, bro. So let's not act like Brian Burns don't got no help. Yes, he does not have another edge rusher opposite of him, but that's how many guys do. Who's lined up opposite? Okay, Myles Garrett got Clowney, right? And I think that's a great comparison, right? I think Brian Burns, when you look at the rankings, he's more so lined up with the Clowney. Is that off or no? Is that way off or no? Who lined up with Micah? Who lined up with Max?
They actually might have. Well, not. Well, Dallas got a pretty good defense, though. They actually have a pretty good defense. From that standpoint, I will say that.
But again, don't shoot the messenger, bro. I love Brian Burns. I'm a Florida State fan, so I've been watching Brian Burns since before a lot of y'all. I love Brian Burns, but I'm just giving y'all the data, bro. Do not shoot the messenger, B. Don't shoot the messenger, dog. That's all I'm gonna say. Don't shoot the messenger. Bro, they're top 10 defense because of those players. What are you talking about? They're not top 10 defenses because they're top 10 defenses because they have a Myles Garrett, because they have a Micah Parsons, because they have a Nick Bosa. That's why they're top 10 defenses. And that's the point you're missing, bro. You're missing the exact point we're talking about. It's going over your head, B. Chunk, you missing the point. You missing the whole point, bro. You missing the whole point. But anyway, I'm gonna leave it there. Brian Burns. I'm just giving y'all with that. I'm gonna leave y'all with that. That's Brian. That's the data. That's the information. Don't shoot the messenger, bro. I love Brian Burns. Okay, don't shoot the messenger. I'm just pulling the data. I'm pulling us back down to reality a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, Hassan didn't have 6 Pro Bowls with him last year, and he outplayed Burns. What are you talking about? All right, that's the last time I
Yeah,
highlighted.
keep it moving, man. Keep it
All
moving,
right,
man.
that's
keep
it.
Moving.
Yo,
Who's the
Hassan
next
was
guy?
balling. Hassan was
Who's the
balling
next?
last
Nah,
year.
nah,
All
nah.
right, let me
Who's the
put
next
this up
guy?
here.
There's a reason why. There's a reason why we couldn't afford him. We couldn't afford him because he balled out of his mind, and we weren't willing to pay him the money.
Let me put up the next poll. Dave, give me your thoughts on Derrick Brown while I pull up this poll.
He's all pro this year. I don't give a damn what y'all say. F your couch. He's all pro this year. He's all pro. He's top 5 to me. He's one of the best defensive tackles in the NFL. And y'all were trying to take him to the woodshed last year. Shame on all y'all out here panicking over him. We were trying to tell you guys 30 years when the DTs really figure it out. Nah, he's all pro. He's all pro. If y'all ain't been voting for the Pro Bowl, y'all better be voting for him right now. He's all pro. Period. Point blank. The dude's out here playing like he's in college in Auburn, bro. He out here picking cats up, throwing them around and shit. He's all pro.
All right. So, overall PFF score ranks 7th, 85 with 85.6 grade. Pass rush. This actually surprised me with the pass rush score. 12th, 75.6, because he's not really a pass rusher, more of a run stopper. So he's got a 78 grade in run defense. Only has 1 sack on the season. So he's 47th in sacks. Again, the role, the role that, well, you can't really say that. You got to say specifically that he's not a pass rushing DT, because there's some DTs on that list that got some sacks, dog. Let's be clear.
I get it, but everybody can't be Aaron Donald, bro. Like, I mean, DTs have certain roles. He's known to be more of a run stuffer.
It ain't just Aaron Donald, B.
I know. You're going to name your 5, but he's still, I don't give a damn what you say. He's all pro. He's still all pro.
I'm with you. I'm with you on that.
He's
I
still
agree.
all pro.
Nobody pounded the table more than Derrick Brown than me, okay? I made a whole video about it. Nobody pounded the table more than Derrick Brown.
I already said on Twitter, we got to give Matt Rule credit for this draft pick, man. As much as y'all don't want to give him credit for it, you got to give him credit. Even if it was Marty Hurdy's idea, he still had to okay it. You got to give him credit. He could have said, no, give me this other guy, and he could have been a bum. You got to give him credit. Got to give him credit for this one.
So pressures, he's got 24 pressures, ranked 17th, tackles 7th, and he's got 28 of those. So that being said, here's where he ranks amongst his peers, okay? Really close. He's the closest of them all, okay? So overall PFF grade 90, 90.9. He's 5 points away from that. Pass rush grade 85.9. He's about 10 points away from that. Run defense 81.4. He's about 3 points away from that. Sacks, again, 6.5 is the average. He's about 5.5 sacks away from that. Again, there's some balls in the top 5. I'll give you the top 5 in a second. Top 5 for pressures, they got 36. He's about 12 away from that, and he's got 6 more tackles than the guys in the top 5. So he's right there amongst his peers. Let me pull y'all the top 5 guys real quick. So the top 5 guys, according to PFF, for interior defensive linemen, Chris Jones, Dexter Lawrence, Aaron Donald, Quentin Williams, and Cameron Hayward. Those are the top 5 interior defensive linemen. So, this is Brown. It's not low. It's high key. High key. He's the best player on this team.
I've been on the Derrick Brown's the best defensive player on this team for a couple weeks now. And I think the fact that folks was trying to take my man out the paint last season, shame on y'all, man. That shows lack of patience, which goes back to my theory about why you guys don't need take no damn quarter. Why Carolina don't need to take no quarter in the first round, because y'all don't have no patience. Y'all don't have no patience to see development. And the fan base and what the fan base has shown is that they lack patience. So that's why I understand we need a quarterback. I'm not disagreeing, but y'all gotta find some patience. You know, y'all got to find some patience, because y'all ready to call this. Y'all were calling this man a bust last year, which goes back to my 3-year theory. So you gotta have some patience. Just like they're beating up Zach Wilson pretty bad in New York right now, bro.
Yeah, they're killing Zach right now.
They're killing him. And you know what? He could end up being a bust. But that man got 1 more year. But I don't know if he's gonna get it the way everything's been talking. But I say all that to say, These guys, some of these players, they need that third year, bro. You got to give them that third year. And after the third year, then you assess. Then you decide whether or not what it is. But you got to have that patience as a fan base. So if we're going to take a quarterback in the first round, I got to see the patience from this fan base.
Yo. All right, yo, this is funny. Hey, real quick, that is funny. I got to go back to the super chat. But, yo, Dave, say this real quick. Because this is funny. This is go ahead, say it, Dave.
Pause, not go Cox. I can't stand y'all.
Yo, that's funny, yo. That's funny. All right, shout out to T Holiday for the super chat. T Holiday, he said I was on here 2 weeks ago telling y'all about Burns. We could have got a haul back like he was Watt. Or Garrett.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna can't argue. Because listen, I'm guilty. I'm guilty, yo.
Yeah, we're all are.
Top 10. I'm guilty, bro. I'm guilty. When I put these numbers together, it hurt me. It hurt me to do this. So let's just take a look at the poll real quick. Let's take a look at the poll. The poll says top 10. What is nobody said bust. That's a big turnaround from last year.
That's a big ass turnaround from last year.
All right, so let's see what reality says this. Reality says he's top 10. So you guys are right. Top 10. I agree.
Well, he's not a. I don't think the Panthers said he was a bust last season. I know it's a joke. I know it's a joke. But they weren't like this was 2021. Yeah, I agree. Folks wanted my man out of here. Folks was like, he don't need to fish your option. Folks wanted this dude done. And even after Rashad showed you guys the numbers that it takes all 3 years for a DT. And he's balling out of his mind, bro. Out of his mind. I hope he makes the Pro Bowl. I really do. I hope he makes the Pro Bowl, man.
Yeah, he should. He should make the Pro Bowl. He should get all his accolades. Pro Bowl, All Pro. He needs to be on the All Pro. He's playing like a top 10 defensive tackle. He's the best player on the team, best player on the defense. And it is what it is. And it took him some time to get around to it, but he's balling. He's balling right now. All right. Let's see. Next up, JC Horn, Dave. Here's another one. Let me end this poll. Let's do another poll real quick. This is the last one for the night. I have some more. Again, I just didn't have a chance to update them. But Dave, give me your thoughts on JC and his season so far.
This year he's been playing pretty well. I mean, he's been shut for. I think only had like one rough game, but overall he's been playing relatively well. So I can't complain about JC Horn. I know he thought he was going to get compared to Patrick Surtain for the rest of his career. And I think him having the injury last year didn't help his cause. But I think overall he's been playing relatively well, considering, because in essence, this is really his rookie year when you sit down and think about it. So I can't complain about JC.
Yeah, so just with JC, the poll is up if you want to vote on the poll. Overall grade 68.7, ranking 37th in the league. Run defense 94th, 46 with the 46th grade, not good there. And we saw it actually Sunday. He's having a hard time setting the edge with Dante Jackson out. Dante was really doing a good job in run defense and run support. And again, it's not the a cornerback's end all be all job to stop the run, but it's great when a cornerback can do it. 28. He's 28th in coverage. His score is 72. He's given up 103 yards, which is third in the league. 27th, in the league, and only 29 targets. And again, that's with a minimum of 200 snaps. I think the stat I gave y'all was like 270 snaps. So anybody that's had over 270 snaps, he ranked like second or third, or the least targeted in the league. So I kind of manipulated the numbers there. Tackles, he's got 28 tackles, which ranks 50th. Pass breakups, he's got 2 pass breakups on the season, ranked 62nd, and 2 interceptions, which puts him at 9th in the league 4 interceptions. So what do y'all rank J.C. Horn? Let's take a look at how.
I'll put him at top 25.
Let's look at how PFF the top 5. Let me get the top 5 guys. Let me rattle these off real quick. Actually, might surprise y'all a little bit. All right. So the top 5 guys: Sauce Gardner, beast.
Whoa.
Jack Jones from New England, Jalen Ramsey, Patrick Peterson, and Patrick Surtain. It's the top 5 guys.
I'm not shocked by Peterson. I'm not shocked by Ramsey. I am shocked by Gardner already being at the top 5, man. That's wild. And I'm not shocked by Surtain, because Surtain's been balling. That's why he's going to always be compared to Surtain, because we had the choice of the litter and we pick Horn over Surtain.
Yeah, so what really, because I saw the Surtain comparisons the other day, and what really it really intrigued me when I was diving into these numbers, right? Because everybody talks about the man versus zone. Why isn't JC shadowing and he's not why is he shadowing?
Based on the scheme, bro.
It's scheme, bro. It's scheme. And I got news for y'all. There aren't many teams running a lot of man-to-man like that.
They're not.
It's just not. So the only teams out there doing it like that are the Jets with Sauce Gardner. That's why Sauce is so highly ranked. Jack Jones, what they would say in New England. That's why he's so highly ranked, because he plays a lot of man. And then I think Miami plays a lot of man-to-man as well.
Mm-hmm.
So there's not too many teams. I think that's it. There's not too many.
You know what all three are have in common? They all play in one division. They're all in the AFC East.
Yeah, that division plays a lot. And I think the Giants also play a lot more man-to-man as well. But there just aren't many teams doing it, right? And so a lot of these guys, and if you look at the top 5 guys, that's why if you want to go down and look at the man versus zone, if you look at that percentage, the top 5 guys, when you average up their numbers, they're playing 22% in man. It's not a lot. Zone, it's about 60%. So it's a lot more than what a lot of teams play zone, bro. It's a lot of teams playing zone. We play a lot more zone than most, but it's a lot of teams that play zone. All right, real quick, my fault. Did you put this up? Go ahead, Dave.
Yeah. Appreciate the super chat, man. What grade do you give y'all 2021 draft class so far? That was the draft rules should have knocked out the process the staff was coaching. Well, for me, I don't grade drafts until after 3 years. I don't grade drafts until after 3 seasons. So that's if you want to grade one Rashad, but I can't grade a draft after we ain't even hit 2 seasons with the players.
Yeah, it's too early. You got to give them 3 years to really see what they are. But yeah, 2021. Let me see.
That was the Horn draft, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's got a lot of, JC, Terrace, Brady, like that's the top 3, and then Keith Taylor, Davion Nixon. It could turn out to be good, bro. But again, we haven't seen JC come through all the way just yet. So we got a little ways to go. Potentially, it could be great. It could be great. We just don't know yet.
I agree, Jared. We should grade the draft class for 2020 when the season's over, because they would hit the 3-year mark. Then we could have the discussion. 2020, the 2021 had Derrick Brown as the staple.
Yo,
right?
so we gotta talk. We gotta stop talking about Horn's basically a rookie. Yo, that don't matter. It don't matter.
No. Injuries or not, it's just 3 years. Like it's still 3 years.
No. I'm just addressing this.
Oh yeah, nah.
Yo, no. We gotta stop, because guess what? One of the best corners in the league is rookie.
Sauce Gardner.
Sauce Gardner is damn near the best corner in the league, and he's a rookie. Bro, that is insane. Either you got it or you don't, bro. Either you got it or you don't. And JC got it, in my opinion. I think he's again. I love JC. Is probably one of my favorite players. Right? It's DJ, JC, Derrick Brown. They like my top 3 favorite players right now. And Frankie. I like Frankie Louisville. So I agree with you. JC got the sauce, but listen, Sauce Gardner, we can't do it based off a rookie. Either you got it or you don't. Sauce got it right now. He got it right now. All right. So y'all can see the numbers. Numbers on the screen. And again, don't shoot the messenger, bro. Let me see what the poll's saying. Poll's saying top 5, top 10, mostly top
Y'all
25.
bugging. I voted top 25.
Most people saying top 25. A couple of CB2s in there, but he's top 40. Top 40 cornerback right now, which is not terrible. I believe what's got to happen though is I believe his man coverage, when he's in man coverage, if you look at the numbers, he's had 5 targets in man. He's had 5 targets in man coverage. He's allowed 4 receptions, right? And 0 PBUs. If you look at the other guys that in man coverage, when they man, they got PBUs. They have stats within that. And some of y'all are saying, oh, he's got 2 picks. Bro, you got to look at the picks. Are they picks made in coverage, or are they just kind of like opportunistic picks where you in the right place at the right time? I believe his second one, the one where he had last week, I believe against the Falcons, that was a solid pick. The one before that, I can't recall. I don't remember that one. But and it's tough for JC because he's not getting a lot of targets, so it's really difficult to judge him.
He got the respect, even though you question whether or not he deserves it. That's what it boils down to. He's gotten the respect like he's a number 1 corner, right, but you got to question whether or not he deserves it. But then at the same time, you got to think about the fact that we primarily run a zone defensive scheme.
Yeah.
So he's not going to get the same man opportunities like you said earlier, like a Sauce Gardner. But it's obvious based on the numbers that Manny and his Steves, bro, he's more of a zone guy, which would make sense why they picked Horn over Surtain.
Yeah, but I think he played all man in college though. He was like a man dude in college, B.
Being a man dude in college don't mean being a man dude. Just like being a great quarterback in college, being a man dude in college don't mean you're a man dude in the league.
His traits translate though, Dave. His trait, he runs a 4.3, bro. He's built like a tank, 6'2", bro. He can play man coverage, bro. He can play. The problem is that we don't have nobody opposite him that can play man coverage with him, because if he's playing man, you got to have somebody else that can play man.
That's true.
That's the problem. That is the problem. So until we get the other guy that can play man.
So what are you saying is that Dante Jackson is not a man corner? Is that what I'm trying to hear from you, sir?
Do you want Dante Jackson lined up with the against 1-on-1 against who? I mean, who you want him line? It's just short. He's just a smaller. He's a smaller corner.
It all depends on who we bring up as a head coach and what type of defense he wants to run. But like you said before, bro, there's only 3 teams in the league that does man coverage, and they're all in the AFC East.
Yeah, it's the only a couple teams that play majority, like close to majority man.
Yeah,
not bulk, because they don't even play bulk man. It's just they play a lot more than everybody else, a lot more, like by 20% more. But I think that JC has the traits to play man, but he got to have somebody to go with him, bro. You got to have some dogs to go with you. And I like Keith Taylor. Somebody asked about Keith Taylor. Yeah, I think Keith Taylor could do it, but this is why I want us to draft another cornerback. Can we get another man cornerback in here so he can play more man? Hopefully. We'll see. We'll see, man. We've seen this. We've seen this a couple of times. Well, I don't know about man, but in the zone, we've seen it a couple of times.
We've seen it
a couple of times. But again, we gotta figure it out. So that's all I had. That was the truth. So are we overrating our guys?
Absolutely.
I think we are, but I also think.
But at the same time, JC's got 1 more year. He's got 2 more years on this deal. I think we have to make a decision about his 4th year, about his 5th year option. So for JC, we got time. We've already paid DJ Moore. Derrick Brown's going to have to get the bag. And I think it's a done deal that we're going to play Brian Burns. So, I mean, the guys that you went over today are guys that are going to be on this roster for a while. It's just a matter of whether or not we're going to pay them the proper compensation. But I think Derrick Brown, if we want to have a discussion about who deserves their bag, it's Derrick Brown over anybody else out of the four that we've mentioned. But DJ Moore already got his bag, so.
And see, this is where you also got to start to question, what you taking in the draft, right? Are you valuing the right players, right? Because if you look at what we just valued and what we went over, when you look at when you rank position value, they all up there, right? Wide receiver, cornerback, edge rusher, interior defensive lineman, not so much, but when you got one, you got one. So, I mean, that's what they deem as the foundation. Are they living up to it? Because if not, we got to find somebody. And again, here's the problem, right? Y'all talk about, picking up somebody in free agency. We ain't got the most money right now, and probably, depending on who the coach is, not the most desirable situation right now. Like, we're a building team. Not too many players are going. We talk about this every single year when it comes to free agency. You got to want to come here, right? Depending on who the coach is, they may or may not want to come here. There may be more attractive options. If we draft a quarterback, will people want to come here if we get Bryce Young or CJ Stroud? There's a long way to go. But I don't know, man. I don't know. So, Dave, that's all I got. Are we overrating our talent, man? It sucked. It pained me to do that, man.
I believe so, but at the same time, sometimes you don't have a choice. Like, there's folks who have done breakdowns on quarterbacks and how people overpay certain quarterbacks and the biggest reason why they do is because they don't really have any other options. Like, if you look at the Jets situation right now, right? Right now, I think they've gotten 6 wins. They're a 6-win football team right now. They lost to the Patriots in a dramatic fashion, but now they're ready to take Zach Wilson out the paint. But at the same time, what are you gonna do? Like, at 6 wins, what can you hope for? Like, what can you do? You already got the talent around you. You just now you're literally at the point where you just need a competent quarterback to get them over the hump. Because you know that Zach Wilson's probably not going to be the guy this year. So now what do you do at that position? Or somebody like a Minnesota Vikings that has continuously paid Kirk Cousins this money. We know that Kirk Cousins is not is not an elite level quarterback, but you pay him a lot of money to be a quarterback in this league. The reason why they have to is because you don't have much of a choice, because the options out there are super limited. There ain't too many better options out there than Kirk Cousins, and that's why you pay him that money. So we'll see. It's going to get interesting. And then you got a team like Baltimore that don't even want to pay a quarterback that they got, like a Lamar Jackson. So it'll be interesting to see how that's going to go, to say the least.
Yeah, long way to go. We got a long way to go to see if we're going to fix this roster, man. And I brought that up too. And to do this foundational thing, and are we overrating our players? To show y'all that we're not a quarterback away. we not just a quarterback away, bro.
So in that case, the next time you do a mock draft, damn it, you make sure you don't take one at 2.
No, I'm even what I'm saying is, even if we take one, it just is what it is. Even if we take one, we still gonna have to take some bumps in the road. It's not gonna be fixed just if we get Bryce Young and CJ Stroud.
So what I'm hearing is that the fan base has to be what, Rashad?
Patient.
Yeah. We lost. Let's just accept the facts, right? We lost 3 years because of Rule. Well, let's keep it a buck. The Rule hire took us back a couple of years. That's just what it is at this point. But it doesn't change the fact that we have to be realistic. We have to be realistic about the expectation if we draft a quarterback next year. We have a lot more holes in the quarterback position. And Rashad has shown you that. And he didn't even talk about some of the other holes that we truly have. Like a linebacker.
And
we talked
about
rusher. And edge rusher. But
another cornerback.
Yep. So, we got some
and
holes.
Tight end. And another wide receiver.
We got holes.
And potentially running back if we don't sign Foreman.
Yep. We got holes. We know we got holes. I agree, Nugs players. We need to see some progress. We need to see some progress. But you know what? I'm starting to see it. Like, Wilkes has actually gotten these boys playing. Like, it's not like he's not. He's getting these guys to play. I've never been more confident in this team since Rivera left until now. Like, before, I would be walking into these Sundays knowing what the result's going to be. We're going to show up. We're going to show a good spark in the first quarter, second quarter, and then we're going to give it away in the third, and then that'll be ball game. I just think what happened this week, when we go back to the game, just to close the loop on it, what happened this week against the Ravens was we couldn't get no offense to save our life. And part of the reason why we couldn't get no offense to save our life is because our quarterback wasn't willing to throw the ball down the field because he was scared that his ball was going to be wobbly in the winds. And I think some of the fan base felt that way too, because like I said, in that Twitter space with Sheena and company, we keep blitzing. I got a lot of that about, well, Brady, Baker can't take that type of risk because, his balls might not make it to where it needs to go, blah, blah, blah. You a quarterback, bro, a number 1 overall pick quarterback. You need to be able to throw the ball down the field. Like I get it. I get the elements. But it's football. Like, that's part of the gig. But I'm done. I'll digress. I'm ready to shut this thing down unless you got something else.
Shout out to the 49ers, man. I got the 49ers on. They destroying the Cardinals right now.
They are.
They getting their offense is getting it going.
It's about to be 31-10. It's about to be 31-10 right now.
They got McCaffrey. They got McCaffrey in the slot cooking, bro.
Yep. And Mitchell's out here running the ball like crazy. So,
that offense is starting to get going, bro. Shout out to the 49ers and shout out to Christian McCaffrey, man. Happy for that dude.
Yeah, they're actually utilizing the way he should be utilized. Can't be mad at that.
Can't be mad at that at all. All right, so that being said, man, we getting up out of here. Like, subscribe, notification bell. Make sure y'all have a happy Thanksgiving. I'm going to be frying up the turkey. Dave, what you doing, man? You going to fry you a turkey?
I'm going to somebody's house.
Come on, Dave. Fry something
I always
up.
go to somebody's house.
You ain't coming back down south?
I don't go home for Thanksgiving, man. Like, my dad, when I was younger, my dad would go to the Bayou Classic, and my mother would go to Vegas. I spent more Thanksgivings with my grandparents than I did with my parents. So it's like, I stay up, like, typically I stay up in the area. I'll go to Cardi's family. I'll go to my wife's family. This year, my daughter will be with us this time, so, it'll be a good Thanksgiving this year.
Yeah, I'm going to be frying a turkey, man. It's going to be fun. My aunt coming in. Well, I'm going to Fayetteville, but my aunt coming down, all that, so it's going to be fun.
I might work Friday, man. I might go into the office on Friday because typically the Friday after Thanksgiving is like the easiest day from the standpoint of I can actually get work done because nobody's
man.
F that. Catch up, man.
Which side dish would I remove? What's my choices?
Yeah.
What's my choices, Abel? Give me some choices.
Right, fam. I'm not doing this today. I'm not removing anything. I'm barely gonna be able to eat this Thanksgiving food as it is. So I'm just going to be able to get nibbles from certain pockets as it is. So, but nah.
Yeah, I need to know the choices, dog.
He ain't got no choices. I mean, nah, I'm not removing anything. Oh, I know what I'll remove. Anything that's vegan. Sorry, Shanita.
Ah, man, yeah.
Anything.
Hey, man. But we go into this place that she get her own joint kind of like catered too. We pick it up and take it back.
Oh, that's what's up. Nah, that's what's up. Yeah. I'll be picking on the vegan folks, but there's some good food in the vegan land. I did vegan for a little while. There's some good pockets in the vegan land, man. It's just certain holidays is very tough. It's a very tough thing to do. And yeah, like
this is true.
Yeah, but the thing is, like,
the mac and cheese ain't hitting. Then I don't. Yeah.
Between my wife and her aunt, man, the mac and cheese is different, bro. Like, they use like 6 or 7 cheeses, man. It's a different ball game with the mac and cheese up here. And a lot of her family's from South Carolina. Like, her aunt's from South Carolina, so she got that. That's why I don't need to go home, man. I get enough elements up here. But all right, let's shut this bad boy down, man.
Yep. All right. Like, subscribe, notification bell. Happy Thanksgiving. We'll check y'all out on Sunday after the game, maybe. I don't know. We'll holler at y'all.
Yep. Fantasy show still tomorrow. I'll let you guys know the time. I'll post it later, but Fantasy Show will happen tomorrow. But other than that, you guys have a phenomenal Thanksgiving, man. Don't be arguing with your family members. And try to stay out of trouble. And don't get shot on Black Friday. We need y'all here for Monday.
Facts.
All right.
Facts.
All right.
Stay
Y'all
safe
have a
out
good
there. We'll holler at y'all, man. Peace.
Peace out, guys.